Well, hi everybody, and welcome to a match day special live. Not done one of these before, but hey, what a day of football ahead! Um, and this is the place where you're going to get the full Monty from step four all the way up to the Premier League. So we're going to break this up into three sections. So we're now going to do a preview of the games and the leagues. And then we'll clock off around kickoff time, where we'll come back at half time for a further update at half time. And then again, around about 4:30, quarter to five, when I will have Jonesy on with us at that point as well. Is Cardiff may well be relegated, so we'll see how that goes. But today, Nigel's with me, so we're going to crack straight on because there's so much to get through, and we're going to preview what is probably the most important day in the football pyramid, particularly for the non-league. So, Nigel, hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. Looking forward to a good afternoon of sport. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely,
it's all
definitely.
coming to a climax now, isn't it? Yeah.
Very much so, and so much excitement that a crazy day of clubs all on the same points and all sorts. Before we kick off, having a look through the leagues, I just want to touch on the crazy situation that we did touch on the other week with Jersey. All their playoffs have had to be cancelled because of this, where the Jersey Bulls got cancelled. They got deducted 3 points at the very last minute, and Red Hill. Um, are they champions? Are they not? Because there's an appeal gone in, and it has gone in now. The league have had to suspend the playoffs. Absolute crazy situation, isn't it? We discussed it on Monday, didn't we?
Yeah. It's really should have been sorted out before it got to this stage. Um,
Yeah, I know.
but there you go.
Yeah.
That's the way football is at the moment.
Yeah. Well, look, we better crack in because we're going to go through the lot here for everybody.
Yeah.
People, again, you can make comments on our page. I just want to repeat to everybody watching, we are going to now do a preview up till around the kickoff of all the leagues, starting in step four, shall we say. I just wouldn't have time to go any lower, really. So we're going to start in step four and work our way up. Then we're going to sign off, and then we're going to come back at half time, and we are going to obviously pick out the real games that are got a meaning, and give you an update at half time. And then we're going to be back around quarter to five to actually go through the ups, the downs, the sorrow and the heartbreak, as well as the celebration. But I think I'm safe in saying this is the only place you're going to get the whole lot. Yeah, we're going to go through everything. So we're going to start with step four. Let me just. So what I'll be doing, I'll be sharing a page with the league, and then we'll have a quick look through the fixtures as well. So we're going to kick off with the Northern Premier Midland Division. Let me just bring it up. Okay, folks, there we are. So, not easy to see, I guess, if you're on a phone. But look, Corner already champions there. So, what is left to be played for here? At the top end of the table, to be fair, the playoffs are almost done, and the relegation. So, really, there's not a lot happening in that league. So, quickly skipping through that one. We go into Northern Premier West Division, where there is quite a bit to be played for here, Nigel. So you've got Widnes up there on 82 points. Hendersford Town, the money spending Hendersford Town, are there on 79 points. So obviously we've both got the same goal difference as well. Have you seen that? So
Yeah, I'm
realistically, all
struggling to
Widnes.
see it at the moment.
Oh, are you? Okay, so Widnes are on 82 points, Hendersford on 79 points. So basically, Widnes have just got to win, really, haven't they? Let me see who they're playing. I did have it here. Hang on. So they've just got to win. Endersford. Sorry about this, folks. I did have it. I've got so much information in front of me. My head is spinning. Endersford Town are owned to Runcorn Linnets, who currently take up the 9th position with nothing left to play for. And Widnes are playing Trafford again, taking up 8th place with nothing left to play for. So, yeah, just really Henderson win there. Bottom of the table again, Kidsgrove Athletic just teetering on the top there with 49 points. Could they? They're on minus. Yeah, so really, Kidsgrove have got to get a result there. Their game is away to Bootle. And then you've got Wythenshawe Town. Again, if they get the win and Kidsgrove lose, then Kidsgrove go down. So Kidsgrove just really got to get a win. We move on. Endersford Town, Brentwood Town there, champions already. Nothing really happening there now. The playoff places are settled. Down the bottom there is where the battle is. If you look there, Nigel, you've got so working up from the bottom, you've got Haringey taking up the last relegation spot. Newmarket Town 1 point ahead of them, and Wroxham 1 point ahead again. So one of 3 clubs there are going to go down in that one. Between Haringey, Wroxham, and Newmarket. Into the Isthmian League. Let's just see what we got there. Not a lot happening. Yeah, on that one, in that one, you've got a really interesting one there. Kingstonian on 75. You've got Hamworth on 76. You've got Ascot on 76, taking up 3 of the 4 playoff positions, and you've got Hayes and Yedding on 75 just outside. So anyone from 5 there, but we're going to crack on. Down the bottom's pretty much relegated now. Guernsey very much got an outside chance, depending. They got to win. Met Police have got to lose. Ramsgate champion in the Isthmian League South East Division. Not a lot more to play for there. Playoffs all decided and relegation all decided. Here's the interesting one though. Southern League Premier, Real Bedford champions, people, but they were going to merge with Bedford Town. Big money going into that club. The merger is off. The merger is off, at least for now. It would have meant Bedford Town, who we will come on to later, could go champions into one of the National Leagues, South or North, but wouldn't have been able to had they merged with Real Bedford, because the rules wouldn't let them do that. So really, yeah, not an awful lot going on there. Possibility of Laverstock Green and Kings Langley swapping places. Again, really both got to lose. I mean, let's move on, Nigel. That's really what's going on pretty much in the step 4 category. Let's move on. Step 3, where it really, mate, is interesting. What I need to do now, what we got here. Okay. I know I can't see you, Nigel. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh, you can? Okay, cool. So this one, Macclesfield have smashed it there, haven't they, mate? Big money up there. This is the same league as our visit to League Town.
Yeah,
pretty much playoffs are all set up there, to be fair, and so's the relegation there. All 4 sides relegated. So that league, not a lot of jeopardy going on there. Now, here's the one. I had hoped to be going to Billericay Town, obviously having a chat with Greg Lake about that, but that didn't come off. This is really, Nigel, I mean, can you see that?
He's going to the game today.
Sorry?
No,
Say that again.
Greg's going to the game today. I spoke to him.
Oh,
he's going to the game today.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, so Billericay are currently top with 84 points. They've got a plus 39 goal difference. Then Horsham on 84, same points, 84, with a plus 38 goal difference. Then you've got Dartford sitting in third, again on 8. I mean, this is the top three sides all on the same points, but Dartford would have a much lower goal difference at 31. That's mad. This is going to be probably the maddest one we're going to be having to keep a very close eye on. Billericay have not only got to win, they've got to win more than if Horsham win, haven't they? They've got to score more, haven't they?
Yeah. Who's got the better goal difference?
Billericay by 1. That's mad,
Right,
isn't it?
got you. See to be one ahead of.
Yeah, Billericay. Yeah. So they're currently top. Oh, we've lost that a bit. Sorry. They're currently top, but they're all three sides at the top there. Billericay, Horsham, and Dartford. All three sides sitting there on the top, on the same points. Dartford with a lower goal difference, but only 1 goal between Billericay and Horsham. So if they both win, it's going to be.
Is it just the one team?
Yeah, one team, and well, 2, but 1 automatic, and then the next one will be in the playoffs.
Right.
So that's going to be a really interesting one to keep an eye on, that, isn't it? Not a lot going on down the bottom, but I'm just going to come out quickly because we've got Tom at Rushden today. And then we'll finish off step 3. Then we'll go up a bit. We'll have a look at the relegation battle in the Championship. Are you, Nick? Nick, are you at your game at Crawley today? Let us know. I'm going to bring Tom in. Tom's down at Rushden, and he's going to give us an idea of what he's up to. Hiya, Tom. How are you?
Hello, gents. Very, very well, thank you. How are you both? Keeping okay?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. So, what you up to, mate?
Well, as you quite rightly pointed out, I'm down here today at AFC Rushden and Diamonds for their game against Long Eaton United. That said, today is about much, much more than just a game of football. It's Community Day down here today, which is something that the club put on the final home game of every season. So as a result of that, we're expecting quite a few through the turnstiles. There's a lot of people sort of already piling in. I've had some really great chats with some people already, and it promises to be a really, really top day.
Excellent. And that's a club that have really fallen from grace over the years, being at its height a League One club.
Yeah, unfortunately, and that's something that I touched on with Rob, the chairman, that I've already spoken to today. Obviously, Stade demise of the club saw the Phoenix Club, AFC Rushden and Diamonds, founded in 2011, obviously by a group of fans. Rob, the chairman, started out as a fan himself, and he finds himself in the hot seat today. But this club is on a steady sort of upward trajectory. They're progressing through the steps nicely. They're at step 4 now in the Northern Premier League Midlands division, and they've had a relatively successful season. They've achieved their aim of staying in the division, and they're looking for bigger and better things as they move into next season.
Cool. Nigel, you got anything you want to ask Tom?
No, there was any sign of Brian Talbot down there.
Say that again, sorry?
Brian Talbot.
Brian Talbot used to be manager.
Oh, sorry, there's a bit of background noise. Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, they've had a few decent managers there in their time as Rushden Diamonds as well.
The manager here now is Michael Harriman. I was having a chat with him just as I got here earlier on, and I said to him, "I've seen you fly down the wing at Sixfields a few times. He's an ex-Cobblers player, so I know him well from his playing days. And yeah, him and the team here are really trying to build something positive. So yes, it's evident to see as well. It's really great. It's great down here.
No, that's brilliant. And what a great thing, the Community Day, where, what is it, you pay what you want?
Yeah. So it's pay what you want, as you say. So if people wanted to come in for nothing, that's absolutely fine. But the way that Rob, the chairman, sort of explained it to me is they'll have a bucket on the turnstile, and obviously people will just be chucking in as what they want to pay. They've got all the kids from the youth teams, and there's a youth football community project in the local area as well. They're all coming down today, obviously with parents and whatnot. So naturally they'll be chipping into the bucket. obviously with what they want to pay. And it's just a real feel-good factor about the club at the minute. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to getting stuck in and reporting back to you guys what we're up to.
Cool. Well, maybe we'll catch up with you after the game. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, of course it is. Absolutely, mate. Look forward to it.
All right, lovely. We'll have a great day. Enjoy yourself, mate.
Yeah, nice one. Enjoy the show. Thanks, mate.
Look forward to seeing the article.
Yeah, that should be ready sort of Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd have thought, mate.
All right, wonderful. Brilliant, mate. Thank you very much.
All right, enjoy.
Cheers,
Take
Tom.
care, boys.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, Nigel, quickly then, let's just cover off. We've just covered that mad situation up the top there of the Isthmian League. And the champions obviously will end up in they'll end up in National League South because they're so south at that league anyway. But there's some jeopardy in the next one. In terms, let me just quickly share this one because there's jeopardy at both ends of this one. Sorry, mate. Let me just. Right. Okay, people, as you will see. Let's bring that up a bit. Okay, so Bedford Town there on 79 points. And you've got Kettering on 76. So Kettering have a much superior goal difference. So Bedford have to win today. They have no choice. And Kettering have to win today and hope that Bedford lose. And then one of them will be champions. Obviously, if you're a betting man, I guess you're going to put your money on Bedford. Let me just let you know, I know that Bedford are playing Stourbridge today. We'll be keeping a very close eye on that one. Going back to the Billericay situation, that they're playing... I forgot what they're playing now. Never mind, but we'll be keeping a close eye on that. But this one, Bedford, Stourbridge, Kettering are playing Banbury. There is still a battle there for the playoffs between Harborough and Stamford, and possibly an outside chance for Stratford as well. Let me just get you some of the fixtures that we can watch out there for. And then down the bottom, as you can see, you've got Barwell on 46 taking up the last of the other three sides are relegated, but Barwell in the last relegation spot with Redditch just above them. I see Martin O'Neill gave them a bit of a shout out because he did an evening up there. And you've got... Redditch, Bishop Stortford on 48, St Ives on 49. So pretty much any one of them. Let me just see who they're playing. Central after, aren't we? So Sudbury are at home to Harbour Town. Harbour Town will definitely need to get a win there to secure their place in the playoffs. Stamford are playing... When I get there, Stamford at home to Hellzowen, that's going to be a tough one for Stamford, to be fair. Hellzowen, although secured, are a very good side. So, there's some good ones there for us to be looking at. And down the bottom there, Redditch are at home to Hitchintown, who are already relegated. So I would say, Barwell got it all to do, haven't they? You know, Bishop Stortford are playing at Bromsgrove. We'll be keeping an eye on all these people. Don't you worry. Okay, quickly then, and then we're going to jump up as well. AFC Totton losing out to Merthyr. Merthyr champions. Pleased for them after our visit the other week. Still all to play for. Dorchester just taking up that last playoff spot. But it's going to be between them and Havant. Dorchester again have got to win. We'll be keeping an eye on their game. And down the bottom there, look at that, Nige. How tight is that? So you've got two relegated at the bottom there, but then the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 3 points separating 7 teams at the bottom. So it's going to be a busy old day for me keeping an eye on that bloody lot. Jesus. Right, look, we're going to jump up before we look at the National League, and we're going to go and have a look at what is happening in the Championship. Nigel, it's where I'm going to throw over to you a little bit. At the top there, obviously, we know Leeds. Burnley have got a result today. So good for them.
The big Coventry.
Yeah. Oh, who did? Luton?
Luton beat Coventry 1-0. So that's put them out of the relegation zone. And below Luton, you have got Hull and Derby, and they're playing each other today. So that's just become a massive game for both teams. Yeah, Oxford are getting dragged into it as well. They've got Sunderland at home, so they need to get points. But that's a big one, Derby, Hull, because both of them are now below Luton. Leapfrogged them.
I'm just going to pop
Coventry losing. With Coventry losing, that's opened the door up for Middlesbrough. Possibly to get in the playoffs. Yeah.
So Middlesbrough have a superior goal difference. So all Middlesbrough have got to do is win, and they're in the playoffs. And Coventry
they're at home to Norwich. Yeah, they're at home to Norwich. So they'd fancy that one.
You got to, ain't you? Mid-table Norwich, they're already on the beach, probably, ain't they?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You're a player, mate. You'd be, you know. I mean, it's a good question, though. Nigel.
Would have been running around the track, mate. If Taylor was in charge, we'd be in the next day running around the track.
But as a player,
I don't know about being on the beach.
But as a player, you're coming into that last two games. I mean, can you honestly be at your best with knowing that it's all over, done with, and you are where you are?
Well, the thing is, I mean, as a player, you always want to win, whether you're safe or not, or you. I just think that if there's nothing to play for, you go out there and probably play a bit more relaxed. There's no pressure on. But certainly, when you're at the top end and the bottom end, closer you get to the end of the season, the more desperate you are for the results to go your way.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a few squeaky bums.
Jesus, isn't it? I mean,
there's going to be a few squeaky bums in the sides, and
Luton's still not safe, are they? So if Hull get the win and Derby get the win, Derby got a better goal difference, haven't they?
Yeah, so
much better.
It's going to be the Hull or Derby. But if they get a draw, that's better for Luton.
So Hull and Derby.
So a draw's no good to either.
Christ, I've just realised, they're playing each other, aren't they? Yeah, sorry, mate. Well, Luton's safe then, really, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Luton are safe. Yeah, Luton are safe. So it's either Hull or Derby. What a game that is. Hull, people would keep a very, very close eye on that one. Hull playing Derby. Sorry?
This ain't the last game of the season, though, is it?
Oh, Christ, no, of course it ain't. Do you know what? It's because in the non-league it is. And I see what you mean now, yeah.
Stoke at the end of the season.
Yeah, there's still another game to go. What? Yes, because all the bloody non-league finishes, doesn't it? Or the majority. It's only the National League that carries on until Bank Holiday Monday. I lost my track there. Cardiff have got West Brom. Obviously, Cardiff, I mean, poor Jones is going to come on later, and I've got the Yankees ready. I think that it's not going to be a good outcome for them, is it really? But wow. So Middlesbrough, there's still another game left. Yeah, and I've been talking as though it's the last game of the bloody season. No, it ain't. Of course it ain't. So it's still open there. Like you say, Coventry. Let's just let's pop out of here a minute. And then let's have a look at League One, because we've got a few people making a few comments now. Let's have a look. So Thomas idea, good show, lads. We'll watch later en route to watch I can't pronounce draws. Oh dear. In the playoff final. There are playoff finals going on today. And absolutely. Have you seen the Oldham supporters on their last away trip down to Forest Green Rovers. We know Forest Green Rovers do not serve meats, and they've all gone dressed as butchers. That's just brilliant. That's just brilliant. But yeah, no, thanks for listening, Thomas. Appreciate that. Hopefully, it's just so much info. It's so many good games. It's hard to keep on top. Good afternoon, gents. Not looking good for Cardiff after Luton's result. No, Luton got a cracking result there. There's no two ways about it. League One looking likely next season. Jones is going to be on a little bit later, so we'll get his feelings as well. That's at 4:30. Just to remind you all, we're going to preview now. Then we're going to sign off until half time. Come back at half time, and we're going to see how all them important mad games are going, and then we'll sign off again and be back around 4:45 and do the roundup of the ups and downs in the non-league, and whether I think there is a possibility. I think Ipswich can get relegated today as well, so we'll do that. Nigel, just going into the Premier League very quickly. Obviously, not a lot to look at in terms of relegation there. That's a sort of done deal, although Ipswich mathematically could stay up until their result today, I suppose. But at the top there, Nottingham Forest still surprising us, aren't they? They're still hanging in there.
Yeah. It's really tight. City on 61, Chelsea on 60, Forest on 60, but they've got a game in hand on Chelsea and City. So if they win their game, they'll go back into third place, I think. Then you got Newcastle knocking on the door, haven't you? Villa, Forest and Newcastle still got a game in hand on the other three in front of them. So yeah, still a lot to play for.
Forest not playing this weekend.
In the playoff. No, there's still a lot to play for in the Premier League as far as getting into Europe and all that stuff.
Yeah, and with the extra European slot, it's even more enticing, I guess. So yeah, Forest not playing this weekend because they're obviously in FA Cup action along with Man City, who they play tomorrow, and Villa are playing Crystal Palace. I'm hoping and praying for a Nottingham Forest Crystal Palace final because I just want to see something different. Although Villa, in all fairness, haven't really been anything special with the FA Cup. So there's going to be one side in it that's an unfamiliar side, isn't there? As long as if Man City win, and Villa, Palace, what do you reckon? Who do you think the final will be, mate? Are you going to go with the flow, City, Villa, or are you going to mix it up?
Cool. I don't know. Palace are playing well at the moment. So I couldn't, to be honest, it's the first year I'd probably look at them four and couldn't pick between them at the moment. So it's going to be who shows up in the early. But, if the results in the competitions go the right way for the British teams, you could end up having 7 teams in Europe next year. So,
that's right.
7th and 8th place. So that means there's a big gap between Villa and Bournemouth, 7th and 8th. So you'd imagine nothing's going to affect that. So obviously, the teams like Villa and Newcastle that are 6th and 7th, they'll be hoping that the results go their way so that 7 teams qualify.
Yeah. Right, okay. Well, let's have a look at League One. I'll quickly pop the table up. I'm not going to leave it up all the time because I can't see Nigel when I put them on the screen. It's difficult for me to talk. So let's quickly pop that up and then we'll bring it back down. So League One, well, Wrexham didn't really need to kick a ball to go up, did they? Wickham losing 1-0.
Yeah, that's a surprise result. Wickham losing, but there you go. They just got to do it in the playoffs now, haven't they?
Yeah. So just quickly there, look. Yeah, Wickham have lost today. Wrexham will now go up automatically with Birmingham. But looking at the playoff situation there, Nige, you've got a proper battle between Leyton Orient and Reading, both picking up wins today, both on the same points. Reading got a superior goal difference, and then down the bottom there,
Orient have got a superior goal difference.
Yeah. Let me just pop this off.
There's an 8 goal difference between the two.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Oh, plus, yeah. Sorry, yeah, they have. So yeah, Orient have only got a win, really, haven't they? Next week,
Yeah,
and they'll secure the playoff point.
It's
But
to
yeah,
lose, isn't it?
tight there. Yeah, down the bottom there. Obviously, Shrewsbury are relegated. Bristol Rovers obviously losing to Reading today, which really wasn't good for them, sitting in that 21st spot in the relegation zone. They are on the same points as Burton Albion, who are just above them. And then there's a gap of 5 points. So really, it is going to be
Burton have got
between...
2 games. Burton have got 2 games in hand.
Yeah, so it looks like the Gas are on their way out. Definitely, Burton will have the upper hand anyway. Okay, we'll let's switch over to League 2. 10-3 as it stands now. I'll quickly pop this up for you all and let me get it right. Okay, here we go.
Do you know what? I done an accumulator at the start of the season, Gaz.
Yeah.
I had 4 teams who are high, and 2 of them I got Doncaster, they're top of the league, and I had Burnley. So the one that's let me down is Bolton, I think, and Man City.
Oh right, yeah.
So, but I said, didn't I? At the start of the season, Doncaster finished really well last year, and I said if they carry that form on into the season, they'll be up there.
Yeah, they did. We did speak about it last year. You're right. They had some fantastic form. Port Vale have had a really good season. Both Doncaster and Port Vale are promoted. 3 go up from here. They are promoted already. Them two.
You've got to talk about Walsall, haven't you? You've got to talk about Walsall. How have they ended up there?
They just fell off the cliff, didn't they? You know. All right, they're still in with a shout. If they win their game in hand over Bradford, they'll go 2 points ahead of Bradford. They got a better goal difference as well. Notts County lurking, but it's only 1 game left, so really they're not really going to be in the mix, I don't think. So it is between Bradford and Walsall, isn't it?
Well, not really. County have got a chance because they've got a superior goal difference.
Got 1 game left. That would put them on.
Yeah, but like, if Bradford lose and County win, they've got a superior goal difference, so they'll go above Bradford.
Yes. Walsall got
so Walsall
2 games
lose.
left.
If Walsall lose, or they draw and County win by more than 3 goals that Walsall get, so they'll go above Walsall. But if Walsall lose and County beat Bradford, they take the spot.
So let's see who Walsall playing today then. So Walsall at home to Accrington Stanley, who are battling. Well, no, they're pretty safe there. Oh, they are safe. Yeah. Yeah. So there's one to keep an eye on today. Walsall v Accrington Stanley then. So down the bottom there, Paul Carlisle. Do you remember when they managed to avoid? Let me just come out of this. Do you remember when they managed to avoid a relegation and the goalkeeper scored the winning goal? Do you remember that, Nige? They were going to get relegated out of the league, and literally with a minute ago, the goalkeeper went up and he scored the goal. I remember that. It was crazy. But Carlisle, yeah, they are. So you've got 2 games left. So still, that technically they can stay up because they can catch Port Vale. Port Vale, Tranmere Rovers. Yeah. So we'll keep a little eye out on their results as well. We are running out of time, so we're going to race into. We've done step 3, so really National League North and South. I won't worry about the National League because 1, Barnet have got that wrapped up, and 2, they've still got another week left. So let's just have a look at this. I had hoped to get to Brackley today, but we've decided to do this. But let me just bring this one up for you, Nigel, as well. And then we're nearly done. So the games here are definitely going to be. So, not that you might be able to see it, Nige.
Doncaster just beaten
Harriers
Bradford
on 89 and Brackley on 89. Kidderminster Harriers got a huge superior goal difference. And in all fairness, Scunthorpe's still in there with shout. You know, so if Kidderminster and Brackley lose and Scunthorpe win, they can take the title. So there is 3 teams in the running, although I suspect it's the top 2 which will make it up more. But that is extremely tight. There's nothing going on down the bottom. They're all relegated. But there is a ding-dong there for playoffs. Hereford, once of the Football League. Oh, I mean, look at that one, mate. You got Kings Lynn on 79, you got Chorley on 76, Hereford on 76, Curzon then just outside on 76, Buxton on 74. That's all to play for today and all, isn't it? So many good games. So many games of jeopardy going on. Do you know what I mean? It's like, hang on, what's happening? Yeah. So many games of jeopardy. But yeah, Kidderminster Harriers, they are playing. Give me 1 second. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of important. Brackley Town, well, Brackley Town are at home to Farsley Celtic, who have had a dreadful season, both on and off the pitch, to be fair. And they were a long time ago relegated. So Brackley, if they lose that, well, that'd be mad, really. Then you got, I mean, Scunthorpe had over 8,000 the other day, you know, but they're away to Hereford, who Hereford have got all to play for. I would say the ball's in Brackley's court on that one. Kidderminster, Hereford obviously battling there with Curzon, Ashton and Buxton to get that final relegation place. You've got Kidderminster away to Southport. Southport are sitting safe in 19th spot because they're already relegated in the bottom 4. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but I guess the biggest interest is going to probably be around who's going to get in the playoffs. So Kidderminster, if they win the league. If they lose and Brackley win, it's obvious, simple maths, really. Scunthorpe still in with a shout. They're playing away at Hereford, who really have got to get a win to cement a place in the playoffs. Chorley have got to get a win. Kings Lynn probably looking, well, Kings Lynn have got to get a win because goal difference is sitting better with Curzon, Buxton. So Curzon and Buxton. But yeah, okay. What we got? 3 minutes. Now, National League. Hang on, let's get this right. National League South. Got to finish off on this, Nige. Let me bring this one up. You've got to see this. Again, people join us at half time. We will look at the imperative scores, the ups and downs for you. So madness reigns in this league and has done for some time. Truro City on 86 points at the top. Torquay United on 86 points, second. Third, Eastbourne Borough on 85 points. Worthing, fourth, on 85 points. Boreham Wood, fifth on 83 points. Dorking Wanderers 6th on 83 points. Then it drops down to Maidstone on 7th, who have got 78 points, who at the end of the day are probably, unless Western-super-Mare can win by about 15 goals, then Maidstone will sit safe, win or lose today in the playoff spot. But my God, Nigel, madness, absolute madness. I've just got to point out a couple of things. St Albans travel to Truro. St Albans currently sitting in the relegation zone on 45 points. Just above them is Salisbury on 45 points as well. And just above them is Enfield Town on 48 points, but have a dreadful goal difference. So again, that's a massive game. St Albans travelling to Truro, top against bottom. St Albans need or must win to not be relegated, and they are fighting it out there with Enfield and Salisbury. Let me come off the sharing. I'm glad we've finished on this league, Nige, because that is so tight. It's unbelievable. Now, Torquay are travelling to Hemel Hempstead with over 2,000 fans making the trip to the Tudors down at Hemel. That's just mad, isn't it?
That's a journey and a half, isn't it?
Over 2,000. They sold nearly 2,000, 1,990, whatever. And I did see somewhere that they were going to get another 500. I'm not 100% whether that happened. But anyway, we know there's going to be over 2,000 there. Eastbourne Borough play Western-super-Mare, who, all right, they're the one off the playoffs, but they can't. Their goal difference is not good enough to actually be able to do that. So they can't make an impact on that. Worthing are at Enfield Town, one of the sides who are battling there down at the bottom. 2,000 odd fans. That's just mad. Boreham Wood are at Tunbridge Angels as well. This is the league. I mean, it's just what a league this has turned out to be. Dorking Wanderers, Mark White's Dorking Wanderers are at home to Chesham. All to play for in that league. All to play for. Truro have only got a win, I suspect. Yeah, no, Torquay only 2 goals behind them. So, and although that's no easy game going to Hemel Hempstead, Truro by far have the easier game. Although saying that, I say that St Albans are fighting for their lives, so maybe not. We'll find out more on how it's all going at half time, won't we? So, people, it's just so much information. It's hard to cram it all in. But that's some league, Nigel, isn't it?
Yeah. But let's get back to watching it.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Kick off now. We'll see you at half time, everybody.